Hey everybody, Zee Garcia here. Today I'm going to give you a quick look at some of my collection. This is not going to be all encompassing, but I'm going to show you this shelf right here, little shelf over there next to that, and then that over there. That's most of it, and then I have another small shelf in a different space that has some small card games and stuff. All right, so let's kick it off up top here. This all is subject to move. I've got some trains, some fancy trains for Ticket to Ride. Just picked those up at an event. Got the cool castle here from Masters of the Universe. I don't know what I'll do with that yet. Some button shy games up here, bit bowls and things like that. Dominoes right there, represent. And then the black bins right here. This has Marvel Champions in it. The one below it is actually empty. And then next to that portfolio briefcase looking thing, that has Arkham Horror, the card game in it. And there's some other stuff down there. All right, so over here then we've got Viceroy, Pagan, Marvel United. You'll see a bunch of that stuff. And then next to that, some Raw, some Aeon Zan I'm trying to figure out. Party game. Above that, Ensemble. Everdell Farshore, Marvel Dagger, some Massive Darkness, and then brand new Zenith there. And some abstracts, Devon, Yinch, Czar. This one with the Mummy, what's that game called in English? Curse of the Mummy, maybe? It's an awesome kids game with a magnetic board. It's really cool. Summoner Wars. Below that, we've got, let's see here, 51st State, Dice Town, Abyss, Nemo's War, and then Bad Company, some Arkham Horror, and some Blood Rage. Below that, then we've got Dune, Lost Code, Last Bastion, Automania, and then next to that, Army of the Dead, Zombicide, Victoriana, which I haven't played yet, but someone gave me that, and then some legacy Pandemics that I've played those games, but I got some extra copies. Then over here, I've got some Everdell Duel, Resurrecana, Lorcana. Resurrecana and Lorcana are not together by only a coincidence. That's it. Some Kelp, cool two-player game. King of Tokyo. Dice Age is a cool, like, Las Vegas type game where you roll dice and try to take things over. But it's got a cool hunting theme on it. Stella, Search for Planet X. And then below that, Station to Station. This is a recent favorite of mine. Tribes of the Wind below that. Let's see, what do we got? Some Ticket to Ride stuff. Whale Riders, Galzier. Over here, some Zombicides. More Zombicides. More Zombicides. Some Multiverse. Oh, Keyforge. Still rocking the Keyforge. It's got some Andor. Shakespeare, that's a hard to get one. Then over here, Jamaica, Selenia, Yamatai, and then some Deus, very good, Quadropolis. This is an awesome version of Liar's Dice. Ankh, and then some Nemesis below that. Some classics over here, 5 Tribes, 7 Wonders. And then some more Marvel Champions right down there. All right, there we go. And then up top here, some Marvel Champion stuff I've kind of condensed into 7th Sea and some little fellas for Marvel United. All right, so then I've got this shelf right here. And this shelf, I don't normally set games like this, but needed the extra room and came into this thing, and I think this size game fits pretty well on there. So it's like this size. So I got these up here set up like that. Some Subterra stuff, some Bruno Catala stuff. It's a lot of Bruno Catala stuff back to back there. Nagaraja, Burdigala, Mr. Jack, Micropolis. This one's really rare. Got that from a friend of mine from France. Got some goodies here, some new ones, Deep Regrets, things like that. And then below that is all the, let me get it. Down there is all the unmatched stuff. And then Radlands and stuff like that. So there you go. And then over here, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit Can't really get around my table super well on that side. But you're going to have some Atlantis Rising up there. A bunch of Pandemic in the middle there. Creature Caravan's been a favorite of mine. The new Cyclades is right there. I haven't played that yet, but I'm intending to soon. And a few unopened things like the expansion to Scythe is right there in the center of the screen. I haven't even played that yet. Arkham Horror stuff, the others. Yeah, there's a few things I have not played that I still need to get around to playing. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff. So let me go ahead and show you the other shelf that has the little games on it, and that'll do it. Actually, before I get to that little shelf I mentioned, I forgot I had this little space right here where I keep a lot of very, very small games. Just standing in these, like, kind of cloth things. And so it'll have, just all sorts of little games in there. Claim and for Northwood, and Reforest is in there. And then over here, some of these too. Ooh, Nokoshu dice. That's hard to get. This cool edition of Battle Line. And you'll see there's a little shiny strip on it. That's because I put like, what is that called? Vinyl tape or whatever. And it holds them together like Hugo's Amazing Tape type stuff. So there you go. That's a bunch of little games that I keep in this form because it's just a little easier to manage all the little ones going everywhere. I recommend it. It's a good way to do it. All right, so this is the final shelf, and this is actually a shelf I snatched up from the illustrious Sam Healy ones during one of his moves, and it's come in handy. He was getting rid of it, and I'm like, yeah, I could take that. I could use that, and sure enough, it's been good. I've been putting it to good use. Now, before I show you the games down the line here, I'll show you that on this side I have these pegs and some controllers that I'm storing in here. Just needed the space. So if you're a video gamer, you're like, this is the moment where you'll be like, ooh, hold on, ooh. So there you go. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for these things. So let's go back over here and see what we got. So I got some Flip Town over here. You'll see it's sealed because I reviewed that at work, and then an extra copy came in and I snatched that up. It's a really good game. Great roll and write. But I've got the Fallout Shelter game is up there. That's what that is. This is Lovecraft Letter. That looks like a book. They just reprinted that, but in a different look. Rare Things Animalia is pretty rare. That's a French game that's very little known. Dracula versus Van Helsing's been getting a little bit of love lately. Trumpet is an old trick-taking game that I feel like very few people know about, but it would be high time for it to be rediscovered a little bit. It's pretty traditional, but it did win a Game of the Year back in the 90s, I think it was, and it's fun. It's a good game. So below that, we've got a few other things here. Kobayakawa is one I'm teaching all the time at events. Mindbug over here, some Splendor Duel. Kodachi's a good one. Kodachi's one I definitely recommend to people. It's a really neat little card game. Faraway's been getting some love lately, of course. I got a few all-play games right there, some favorites. Oh, Agent Avenue was just on the recommended list for the Spiel Awards. And then down here we got a few other small things. All of the Omniverse games over here on this side, and then a few Square games over there. And yeah, some more stuff down here. Strong stuff, that's a fun one. Caper. Yeah, some other stuff down there. So there you go. That is my shelf of little games that I took from Sam Healy. And that's going to do it, everybody. Thanks for checking this out with me. See you on the next one.
Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Bassel.